presents Kerr Jula Challenge Business Plan Competition.
My business is of producing omo and soap. That is the local omo and soap. And then we promote cleanliness and hygiene. And then the business financial, like my budgeting. If I budget for 3 months, let's say I've budgeted 50,000 for 3 months. After all my sellings, we gather $160,000. In that $160,000, that's where I pay the 3 staffs, including the contract worker, and then the manager herself. That is the marketing manager, the laborer, and then the manager and the contract worker.
You have an interesting product, right? But you need to help us to understand what you're doing, okay? So let's chat on this. How much do you spend entirely for the 3 months you mentioned that you have $160,000?
$50,000.
You spend $50,000. Does that include the salaries you mentioned, or is excluded?
The $50,000 is for the buying of the materials.
Okay, can you give us your total expenditure in this case?
My total expenditure is $160,000. Sorry, that will be my total revenue. My total expenditure will be $70,000.
$70,000. So you spend $50,000 on raw materials. So where do you spend? What do you spend the extra $20,000 on?
The extra $20,000, we spend it on salaries.
Only salaries. Okay. So you have how many staffs?
I have 3 staffs and 1 contract worker.
So okay. So but that $20,000 is for 3 months.
It's for 3 months.
My name is Kondefal. I'm from Lower New Windovan. My business name is Konde Agric Farm. I'm doing sheep fattening. I started this business because there was a shortage in Toboski ram in my community. So I took it up as a business advantage. Then I started it with both breeding and fattening, which was in 2020, and then continued in 2021. I started with a startup capital of 24,000, in which I buy a ram 6,000, transport it 500, fattening it 1,500, and I sold it 12,000, in which I target each ram 30% profit. By the end of the 4th year, I reinvest again. I bought them each as price increase. I bought each 8,000 again, transport 700, fattening them 2,000 each, and I sold 15,000. The same 30% that I'm looking for, 30% profit for each ram that I'm fattening.
You've got 4 minutes to exhaust in this. Now, we're not getting what we want from you.
Yes.
We should not be asking you questions, right? You tell us what you have. What does the business have? What is it that will make us give you the $150,000? Right? So you bring that to the table, and then we'll be able to analyze. So open up and just tell us exactly what your business is all about, what you plan on doing, how you plan on doing it in the next 3, 4, 5 years. So that will help us to judge what you're doing.
Yes, right? My target is to expand the business and bring in new breeding to the business as my customers' choice.
Right. How many people do you have right now working for you?
I have 2 staffs.
2 plus yourself, making 3.
Make it 3, yes.
So this expansion you're talking about, when you get there, how many people do you think will be working with you?
I would like to add another 2. On top of that 2, make it 4 plus
5
I, make it 5.
In the next?
In the next 2-3 years.
2-3 years.
Yes.
Concern, what is your capacity? Like how many, with that 2 employees plus you, how many rams can you fatten at once?
I'll be able to fat 15.
50?
Yes, 15.
With the help of those 2 people?
Yes, with the help of those 4 people plus
4.
I. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I am a farmer into agric business. I'm into different agricultural activities, which is animal husbandry, horticulture, cash crop production, and vegetable production. As my experience and my background knowledge from the College School of Agriculture make me, to be able to introduce this system of cycle production. Like I produce many agricultural products, like for the groundnuts. If I grow the groundnuts, the hay, I use it to feed the animals, which will reduce my cost of production in feedings. And also the maize, I grow the maize, then use the maize for supplements. It reduces the high cost of, these concentrate feeds that are coming from Senegal. So I use the maize for supplements for my animals. And also I grow melons. Yes, previously I grow melons with 1 hectare. My investment in the melon farm was 15,000. Yeah, I sold it for 97,000, which is around 560 something % profit. Yeah, also for the maize is rest to be pressed. The machine is coming all the way from Senegal tomorrow. Cassava, I invested 15,000 in the farm, and alhamdulillah, I was able to score after 6 months 85,000. Most of my profit I reinvest. My dream is to have a well-established farm, which is agroforestry, both crop and livestock. Like my profit I reinvest it and buy animals, which is the large ruminants, which are cows, bulls, and cows. Yeah, I have already spent almost 150,000 with the cows, which are long-term investment, which I don't sell for now. Although for the sheep and the cows, I fatten the bulls for sale, then keep the females for production. Yeah, okay. Also horticulture, I nurse both fruits and non-fruit trees. The non-fruit trees, which are mahoganies, it's an economic tree, and also moringa. This moringa, I use it for supplement because it has high nutrients of proteins for animals. Yeah, I have moringa and lucina trees. Also for the fruits, I have oranges, mangoes, cashews for sale. This I sell it for the startup farmers, government, and NGOs. The seedlings are always available. Currently, I have 2,000 seedlings, that are for sale, that are currently ready for sale.
So what I want to know, how much are you looking for to be able to establish the kind of farm that you are looking for? How much money are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for at least maybe 250,000, because one of my #1 priority in the crop production is to, be the leading supplier of producer of maize. Currently, my maize, alhamdulillah, I can say this year I am the leading supplier of maize in our region, producer of maize. Yeah, but one of the constraints that is affecting maize farmers is the lack of threshing machine. Like in the whole of Gambia, in our area, we don't have it. So if we want this, we import it from Senegal. Tomorrow, for my case, I will pay the fuel, then pay the services. It's costly. Yeah.
So now, if you have these 250,000, let's say in 2 years' time,
yes,
what do you think will be your revenue, annual revenue?
Yeah, expecting in the next 2 years, nothing less than $1 million, because my investment is.
My name is Aliou Jallo, the proprietor of Jallo's Agric Enterprise. Jallo's Agric Enterprise was established in 2019. The business is located at Kerr Village, Central Baribu District, North Bank region. The business started with breeding and fattening of rams. We fatten rams for 3 to 4 months and later resell them to customers, most especially low and middle income earners during festive periods like Tobaski. In 2021, the business expanded into horticultural gardening and then transportation services, whereby we grow vegetable crops using organic manure of the sheep. We sell fresh vegetables to customers at the village level as well as during weekly markets known as Lumos. The tricycle is used for transporting goods from one place to the other within the region. The tricycle was bought at 120,000 and was able to realize a profit of 80% within 2 years. We buy rams for $6,000 and later resell them for $12,000 to $13,000 during Tobaski, whereby realizing also 80% profit. 80% profit. So the business have a team of 5, 2 on permanent employment and 3 on contracts. Our staffs are highly qualified and they have the determination for the job. Okay.
You make 80% profit on the rams, right?
80%, yes.
80%.
Yeah.
Now, how much did you say you buy it for?
Buy it for $6,000.
$6,000.
Yes, excluding the feeds and medications.
Okay. So before you get the 80% profit, did you remove the cost of feeding and medications?
Yes.
Because you said it at 12,000 to 13.
12,000, 13,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how is that compared to other people that are selling the same product?
Looking at the price, I believe it's very reasonable and affordable. By looking at the Gambian income earners, the average Gambians, when it comes to Tabaski, the prices that they usually buy for rams is within 10,000 to 15,000. That's what majority usually buy. So selling your rams at $12,000 to $13,000, I believe is very affordable.
How many rams do you breed at a period?
It depends. Every year we multiply in numbers. Like the previous year, it was 35 rams.
So now your next season, your next period of breeding, how much are you planning to buy, and how much do you need to buy?
Next, I'm targeting 60 to 70 rams.
Rams.
That's my target. Yes.
How much will that cost you?
That will cost around 60 rams multiplied by 6,000 each. That will be $360,000.
What will be your revenue if you are able to sell those?
The revenue will be around 1,200,000 to 300,000.
My concern here is you mentioned that you're waiting for the season before you start operating again. So what do the people that work for you do within this time that you're waiting? And yourself, what do you do?
Yeah, like right now we don't have the bigger number. We have only few rams with me. So I have one person who is taking care of them. Others are in the horticulture and then the transportation services. So usually when I bring more, then those for contracts, I will bring them to, to work on the rams, take care of the rams against the Tabaski.
So can you tell us the financials on the horticulture and the tricycle service as well?
The financial transportation service, the transportation services, the tricycle is around 120,000. That's what I bought it for. Yes, that's tricycle. So the horticulture, usually I spend around $30,000 to $40,000 to buy, seeds and medication.
Yeah, let's take it one at a time. Let's talk about the tricycle service. Tell us how much you invested, how much you charge them, what you earn, how much you are making, and all the expenses. Then we can move on to horticulture.
Okay, the tricycle, as I said, I bought it for 120,000. So usually I give it to someone to take care of it, to be doing the transportation services. So here, every month I'm targeting him to, at least to bring $10,000 to $12,000. I get it. If I do $12,000, then I will remove his salary there, and then the balance I keep it. So you realize that 10,000 multiplied by 12, that will give you 120,000 in a year. Yeah. For the vegetable production also, I invest like $20,000 to $30,000 to buy seeds, inputs, and others. Thereby also, after reselling, I harvest around $70,000 to $80,000.
Mbe mo be kontona momo yalan ko be la may rola ni jibero anim panelisol antelan kalilu gasama NBR farafenye kasama jabe tailoring material shop wala mun business o toti ndela business o ko mbe jigi jakan karo men wala mu karalla la bagage wala ko lel wafi wala fanal melbe ko min karal bagage misengol ko le wafi ko min nun na competition folo ngafa nyamen o kono nka batada ko wol so je mel yalan ko min bagasol min nyanda ke soto anyama ma soto anyama but nga marso me yalon komin na moñul mil yalo wafir len ni ka do ko woke mil yalon kamel wafi fan ko le wafi wol danaka jama be je ngela bidin na ram marso nyin kono ngela client tara juto komin ka strategy me use me ad nan ka customalta ni bototo nata nan na business operator nyaro membe komin nka business o min ka na business o kata nyi mem ko do la fanade oto nka do ko ke every 3 months nka check ni nga check nka mfanga la joro ke je me alon ko le dinna dindi wala ani no do ko ma me alon na ko do ko ka kono every 100% nka 20% la bondi je nka bondi nga dinna dindi wala ala school jo katara wol don do ko ma fana nin ko ala ta sura ta fanga fen nka jo nka ala joro ko wolle kono anin ku jamal cause firo nyi nka menke I profitol siadal because keno paketo 50 le katara kono o 50 ni nga wa fin ko kunnin kunne soto je nin ka tara nga 100 lela mbe 200 le soto je wayatina ala profito nyin ka siale poblino nyin fana me alon ka wa fi ani order product sol e be wole nyama nin ka tara ngasa 100 la nko 100 le soto je admin o 100 ro nyin fana men ka soto je nga hafle nga percentage do landi pour business o percentage do nyin ngolandi pour nina family because mom mo jamata because business ro nyin aman sembo soto aman gro baki wayatina nin melbe je mfangolen ndimma ani ndoko ma ngole bulaje wayatina business ama expand o ko la fana lefta ka demo lefta bagage mel na comme order because ndefangale business hin dari ngalati nyamen mfangola tekul mil mbi kono nga commencé wala at the amount of $15,000 but saying alhamdulillah bir nga check-in gan la last check-in was $60,000 saying de me along nga datu say wolbe business on kono me along ni wala bitakan nga je ko business on saying nga bitaka nyaadol but han say nin katara nga demaro so ko min na oda competition million ni be marché ko na je ye men soto masingol million ko butongol de la wol fanan ka ma koy lale because je nga strategy do use me alon fangala area len because butong do be je me alon ka dani julu borol la nga julu boro sang $25 or $25 I can have say dal skeme fula wala dal skeme saba soto no julu boro nyin kono o tatina aka profito nyin siandel mfanko wol jibe comme kaftanol milliard kala butongol lo ni nga julboro ta $25 o julboro inse $200 generate no jele ni 25 bondo ko na is $175 is profit o jamal be je me ala ko wolke
so ya fa ko business to start 15,000 and something 60,000 na bi la account say sula ete kay o men fo ko sula raw masingol men ni fewol me sula ra pour ka business o nyin advance o ko do mu jele sula ta jele
at this moment something masingol la karo because masingol nyin mita ka atray
so
masingol nyin na cost
sorry kan men nyin ka ko do nyin bi sula ra ko do jele la fo ite la fa men be la business o ko no pour yo sor
at this moment $50,000 at this moment pour start masingol me left ala o bo ababe cost no na masingol la bagasol
sa ni o 50,000 o soto let's say sanji fula nyaato ida mara be jël ya ko sente 60,000 ila business o wala wot abi ida ma sanji fula nyaato ba fo no la nyaari na business o ni amount
ala lo la tara tembo men betara around 200,000 nyon ma fa wala ni mzeme invest no because o bouton ni sente nunto $5 lem pa bouton ni ma so ba fixe la sente bouton ni ya la fa le to $10 because hanina karalal mel ben dala e ka fa nyele kal inyanta atira le ya masingo nyini because ntol mil bi be jam ma fan ko bojan kara marché rungol don kara bouton ni sang nin ka tara ya so instead of ngara banta mba sandi temi ala ben dal gon to lo ma fa wala je ma fa wala marché rungol but at this moment dam male biji.
What part of the business takes most of your money? Which is your highest expenses?
Highest expense?
Yes, because you must be spending in your business, right?
Okay.
Now, where do you spend most?
So, akamem fo comme la fin du mal me alan ko wala ka kodo ba ke wala.
Han ko le fayda wala poblino la area because poblino ate bayo bay iba karala ko poblino ta na do yada 3 meters length 4 meters. Bayo mem fanan kata ba ko wala black ni white.
I understand. Say yalla ka expenses scale la business o kono. La business o kono yalla ya mention ko ka 20% di la ko lal. Mo yalla mo joro ko. Ika courant use la.
Hanga courant use.
So ika fe mo bagage fanan san. Pour que sen ka wa. Say wol be kono jumala ka kodo ta ba.
Nan ka kodo ta ba. Poblino ka kodo ta ba.
Pour ka kodo bondi. Poblino.
Because number poblino sana every week. Nkan na dimbana just pour fanga buka travel ning ngomo soto me alon aka bagasol ngko ko do kel account le dena bagasol package na ye ki nyana frafen jama beje every week ngko ko do kel poblino every week le bar ñu ndol ni ngol sayte lo ka siyale wal ka time mo tambul bar poblino buka lo.
Okay, that's fine. So you spend more on the poblin.
Yes.
But where do you get more returns on?
Pardon?
Which aspect of the business do you get more money from?
That's the frontiers. Frontier la area ngko ko do soto wal to back.
And where would you want to invest in?
Normally, is the Eve time, the Toboski, and then.
Bella flaka, say near Kodoso. Say ni mona ra ko nte spend invest no la business o Caribbean. Ko dula kilinta business o la kara kilinta debe o ko do spend money be invest money.
Poblino la area.
Seems is the leading product.
Yes, my concern is you're spending more on the poblin, but your money is coming from the furniture. Is it, what did he mention?
Furniture, yeah.
Yes.
The zips.
Oh, that's the zips.
Yes.
That's where you earn more profit from.
Yeah.
So why would you want to invest more on where you're spending more, not where you're earning more money from?
Normally, the profit from the public, the profit of the public is $125. Juluboro, and in Dolto, will find a mukunukuner coming in $500, $250 less or but mele. But public nota or Dana Ganingasang this week, next week for Nambasan.
Okay, okay.
I got it. So, I'll profit my finger about Atelacataria.
Okay.
And go for Natariata, profit of Hanadoyata, all a business of Fenkawaya, Jamakana, Olenya.
Good.
If you should get this $150,000, what impact will it have on the people that you're staying with, your area?
My environment.
Yes.
Ning ale ndema fo nga wuli keme talulo nyi nga gagné abe nafa da so la hana manke na sorandi even outside the market outside Farafenye because na bagaso dol beje mol ko banam fo all the way from ngin neighboring villages e kanana bagaso dol sambulu me alon ake nafale o salwaro mvanka bagaso dol ni naram fo na marso nga jeji be ko nyi devil needed ni nga bana ake na fale me ala man ko within na surrounding outside na surrounding ni nga fen jama sa me alon abe na competitor ate o table abatinale na men ben dala abe da handle kata long distance kata nyini nang border wala other places
amda to mo kadi kamarati mo fondin ke julolti men bota Farafenye upper body district North Bank region nata mabe Kerr Jula la competition or business plan competition nte mo julo mentina Jula yabe bay wa fo la karola samatare da ane karal la masungol bembulu na karal la tankeju so na business o kaben ka start ni bay wa fo la o bay wa fo na startup capital is 20,000 na bay wa fo no start wall so for bid work ni no start with $1,000 na atodun karal la no start with $30,000 so bayo ni nka jesnero wa fle ani atolum 20 role anim bay si fajama so na gesner different price level first gesner nko sort of na cost of production is $700 nka sort of wala ndaka wa fi pamita ndaka wa fi $1,200 ndaka $500 sort of je pamita so ning atara 4 meter nka $2,000 le sort of profit order se ni nata ni build work fana what sorry ni nata ni venker la super kanjol nyolte nko so do 3,000 la ntaka wa 5,000 la nka $2,000 so do fana profit ni nata ni build work la nka samoto sang wholesale price nka so do $50 la nka na nka konongo sa ni no so do $50 la nka bo $50 so nyim fana ka 50 ne sanu kata we santola ikolo ble 50 la so ning na 50 no yen sang or 50 no yen na multiplied by $50 nka wo is $750 na kono packet saba sanji wala ka samata sabo nyindela o kono packet sabo 300 o 300 ro ni packet sabo enta kayen 900 lefi so sorry $750 plus 900 ka $1,650 less wala ka kena cost of production so nka kilo wa fe $250 la standing atara na calculate $1,650 divided by 15 akam tan each na cost of production abekela $110 wala bekela na cost of production ti so ni nata nin karola because nga tebasul karale nga robol kara nga haftanul kara well different price will be ni nata tewaso fana man ke kom fonko kilingolom amanke price kilingoti price will be nyuno because ika style na fe nyame ika ila expenditures nyanta bola ji nyame nyanta price nyanta siala wala nya ninga tara 500 style ole ika men spend je let's say 300 iso spend no je be kara la jola je ne kara la jo je so $200 so no profit but ni nata nin sarali la karula nkan fon jo mond lila but na kara la nka kala ni men karanke jola because na man ke o nyamati itol be kala antela 120 ketal because nin atara man ke nka ke e bayo men kar karalo se tara siarne te interest la but ni men karanke jo wala nka bukolta nasafe nin karo fada kariye ngine kara moflale nala julandi ndo fana ngene kara nala julandi
so let's say ika bayel me wafi ika bayel wafi no karo kono
business onye karo kono is a
okay let's say nin salo kanasi
No, business o salo kana si salo bukan sa kata because of nka bayar nka karale na karale ngol wafi. So nka kara comme ñun benate sama toni dendi ko wala kata ñoo at times nka wafi $2,500.
So ka jël wafi unit jël wafi no sama kon.
Before salo karo kono at times akata for 10 or more than that.
Okay. So new wafi ila profit margin ka ke jël.
Na profit. Monthly na profit kata let's say $20,000 in na profit kata but o 20,000 on kono woni fonko mantara ke o manke woni karalo manke kilintani bidu ak fana manke kilinte so karalo fana na fanala nka karala la sarali bondi jela
so generally business ka jelle so no profit karola farla
ni tara fon atodum nka fo 40,000 soto no atodum generally or 40,000 in coin expenditures will be modi instead 20,000 so no 20,000 is na profit tele.
I want to know your capital. Where did you get your initial startup capital from? Was it a loan or was it your own money that you started with?
Na startup capital for from atodum bayo is $20,000.
Ako yo bondi muntole.
No bondi damento. Last time na explain ali nyame. Ni mo le business wala no so na business wala akabayo le dinanka wa finda fan kana price la faji so ataka adinta la mena ninte na price wala faji di o kodonye nka wala safe na ta business so in start wala.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
I'm Dembo Keta, the CEO of Salmadu and Dembo Agro-Enterprise Farm. The farm is located in Wule West, Upper River region. We have 4 staffs currently. In URR, there is no farm that is producing vegetables and fruits all year around. Equally, the 3 seedlings that are planted in the region are all transported from the combos and other areas because there is no one doing that business in URR. That's the problem. Now, solution. We will produce fresh vegetable and fruits by using 0 chemicals. And then we'll also produce 3 seedlings for CSOs and then other agencies that are into tree planting. Our customers are for vegetables and fruits, the local people in the region, restaurants, and then other supermarkets also in the region, and the Lumos. Then for 3 seedlings, our customers are the individuals that are into tree planting, the CSOs, NGOs that are into climate change. That's our now marketing strategy. We are going to use social media platforms to sell our vegetables, fruits, and seedlings to NGOs, CSOs, and other individuals that are into tree planting, restaurants and supermarkets. We also use radio stations in the Basse and Sierra to sell our vegetables to the local people. Okay. That's our marketing strategy. Now we move to our competitors are women gardeners and the people that import vegetables and fruits from other countries, Senegal and Guinea-Conakry. Those are our competitors. But our ability to use 0 chemicals, we are not going to buy fertilizers, we are not going to buy other agri-chemicals to apply on our, we will use purely organic, make compost and other organic waste as insecticides and pesticides on our So that will reduce the cost of production, and then our vegetables and fruits will be cheaper compared to the imported ones. For now, we have 8,000 seedlings, but the space is occupied. And then we also have 10 beds for vegetable production. That's where the capacity that we have can do. So if we are able to have support, like if I'm able to win the 100,000, we'll use the money to dig a well, because we have a land site of 200 by 85. We'll dig a well and buy a generator for pumping, because the money cannot provide borehole. We'll buy a generator, then we'll buy wires, and then myself, I will provide the stick, the poles, the wooden poles. I can do that. Then out of the money again, we'll pay 3 months salary of the staffs from the money. In the first 3 months, and the other production is going to be 3 months cycle. The first 3 months, we'll do only vegetable nursery selling. That's what we are going to do. We'll allocate 10 beds for that, because it is also another business, and within every 3 weeks, you will be able to sell. So in that 3 months, we will be able to have $50,000 to $80,000 from that, because each of the bed can take 35 rows. So 35 multiplied by $100, because others are selling a row for $150. But for me, we will reduce it to $100, because we want to help the women gardeners. Because our production and their production still now cannot, the demand, we cannot do that. So there is no competition between us. We want to go together. We will do that for the first 3 months. The second 3 months, now our vegetables are also due. Our vegetables are due because we are targeting, in the land we want to allocate 300 beds. So out of, even you are selling at the lowest price, like let's go to like for example lettuce. Each bed will take almost. Okay.
You mentioned that you don't have any more space.
Yes.
How do you expect to expand in this case?
We have a land side of 200 by 180 meters. So that's the reason why we went in for this. At least we have 8,000 seedlings. So that 8,000 seedlings, even we don't have any support, that 8,000 seedlings, even you sell one seedling for $50, you are going to have $400,000. If you sell one seedling for $100, you are going to have $800,000. So we are going to use that money. If we don't have any support, we'll go up to June, July. We'll use that money, fence the garden, and provide a borehole there.
Yes, I understand that aspect. I'm just thinking of you expanding, you wanting to grow bigger, not
yes.
so. Now, what is your plan to grow bigger?
Okay, my plan to grow bigger is fencing that place. Have my vegetable. When you look at my logo, it is going to be mixed farming center. I will not stop at only vegetable and tree nursery production, but I will also go into animal rearing, fish production, and also poultry. So our target also is we are going to produce watermelon, pumpkin in the rainy season, watermelon, pumpkin, and which have a very good market in Senegal. So we're going to sell those ones after using that money to buy animals for fattening, so that the expenditure on change of currency will not be there. We'll sell it to their market, use the money there and buy small ruminants and come and fatten them. So that's also another target that we have.
So your expansion strategy is to start mixed farming?
Yes.
Not to physically expand your production area?
No, mixed farming, it's going to be diversified.
Yes.
Okay. You have 300 beds that will be producing vegetables.
I understand. That's perfect. I just want to know if that is the strategy you're using, diversification, or you're planning on expanding the land size.
The land size. Okay. For now, that's the land size that we have.
Yes.
But in the future, we'll even try to move all the way from URL and target other regions, because we all know in this country, everything that we consume, 80% is all imported.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get from you. Thank you.
I am Mr. Usman Gay, a native of Berendin village. I am engaged in poultry farm production. My business idea is to provide poultry chickens and eggs for the community of Berendin and the surrounding villages. Okay, so since I started my business, my my service that I plan to provide for my customers is to provide good chickens and eggs for the community of Berending and the surrounding villages during festivals and other feasts. And then in my business, I started it in July last year. So I have 3 badges, 3 good badges. So in those 3 good badges, the first badge I have scored, from my calculation, I have scored 83% in the first badge. In the second batch, due to the rainy season, that is during the mid of rainy season, that is August, I have flooding, which I lost 33% of the chicks. And the last batch recently, what I am having, it is in progress. So in the second batch, there was enough food that I have provided. This third batch, that is what I am using to feed those chicks. Yeah, that's what I have. You said in the first batch? In the first batch, I have 83%. So can you say this in figures, like in the amount of money? Achievement. Now, how much did you spend? I have spent $4,100. This is because of birds? For my chickens that I have bought, they are feeding and they are medication. So how much, when you sold them, how many chicks? How much it is? How many chicks did you bought? I bought 30, 25 for meat and 5 for layers, egg. So, okay, you spent $4,100. $100. Yeah. And this that's what I spent to buy. Yeah. How much did you spend for feeding? For feeding, I have spent $2,500. Now, when you sell these birds, yeah, how much did you get? I gained $7,500. Now, so what was your profit then? My profit was $3,400. Okay, and you said 83%. Yeah, 83%. How is that 83%? How 83% of what? 83% out of my profit and my expenditure. The profit and the expenditure. That's how I calculate it. Okay. We divide it by the expenditure times 100. Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah. Because you spend about 6,100. Yeah, no, that is what I gain. No, hold on. You bought the chicks for 4,100. And you spent 2,500 for the feeding. Not for the medication, for the feeding only. Okay, that's add to the 4,100 will give you 6,600. No, I mean both the feeding, the medication, and the cost of the chickens. Is how much? It is 4,100. That was what I'm telling you. That's 4,100. Yeah. Okay. So after the selling, I gain 7,500. Okay. Now in that 7,500, if you subtract 4,100 from the 7,500, you will see there will be 3,400 in the balance. I get. So how much are you looking for? How much are you looking for to invest in your business? For what? How much investment are you looking for? How much investment? Yes. Am I looking for? Yes. As much as I can. No, we need figures. I want you to tell me how much, the amount that you need. The amount that I need. You have a target, right? Yeah, I have a target. Yeah. So how much do you need to meet that target? Yeah, for about 250,000 if I have that. So if you have that, how many birds will you breed at that period? How many birds will I have? Yes. Or will I target to have? Yes. Maybe 300 birds or 250 birds. Don't say maybe. Be certain. Yeah, 300 birds. Okay. Yeah. And do you have the capacity to house 300 birds? Yeah, I can provide it because I am having enough space. You have enough space? Yeah, I am having that. Yes. You mentioned that you had an issue with your birds and you lost a good number of them. Yeah. You lost a good number of your birds before. Yeah. Before. Now, what was it that caused it? What did you do wrong? And what did you learn from it? And what are you going to? It was because of the structure that they were having, because I improvised it on my own. Mm-hmm. I do make it on my own. Yes. So what did you learn from it? And what did you do to solve the problem? What I learned from it, it was a great loss to me. So what I did is to find another good roof and then restructure the house. So what have you, tell us, in case somebody else wants to get into this business and wants to learn from your mistakes. So tell us, what exactly did you do? You said you had a good roof. I have a good roof. Is that what you said? At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. How much did you spend for this roofing?
The roof?
Yes.
Yeah, I improvised it on my own.
But you must have spent. How much did you spend?
On the nail.
On everything. We want to know how much you invested in this business.
Yeah, that one I invest 2,500 on the nail and the Colgate. That's the roof. Yeah.
And that should be included on the expenses, right?
No, recently, I don't include that in the expenses of recent expenditure.
Okay.
Because that I improvised it on my own. I have a loss with no achieve in the middle. This is the last buy that I am having now. So the middle, I have a loss of 33%. So I don't gain anything there. So I take it on myself and then push myself on top.
That means you invest your own money and energy, right? You invested your own money and energy to get the business back on track.
Yeah, on track.
So now what she's saying is you need to capture that as an investment.
All right,
a capital investment.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to say.
To put it into my expenditures.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here on behalf of Simbara Vegetables and Orchard Farm Production. The business is established for the purpose of food self-sufficiency and economic independency through vegetables gardening and fruit production. That's the business, and my financial part of the business, since the starting of the business, before starting the business rather, my financial budget and forecast altogether, the capital expenditure was 591,750. That is the capital expenditure, and the operational cost is 25,000. So total of that is equals to 616,750 for the start of the to start the business, and the revenue expected during 4 years from this business. Year one, the vegetables rather, expecting of $150,350 for the first year. Then the second year, that's the vegetables and the seedlings, selling of seedlings, expected of $511,160, and the third year, vegetable seedlings, etc., $742,320, and the fourth year, $971,808. So if you look at my expected, my startup capital and the revenue expected, the first year I will run into losses of $466,370, and the second year run into losses of $105,590. The third year, that's where I will start off gaining a profit of $125,682, and the fourth year a profit of $355,058. This is the financial budget and forecast. But on the reality, since I started the business up to date, I have spent $460,427,000. How do I spend this? I drill a borehole. Unfortunately, the borehole doesn't work. I have to drill another borehole, and I do a fencing, chain link wire, 32 bundles, 1,600 each, and fencing wire, fencing poles. I have about 1,255 fencing poles, each is $30. I have a water tank, one water tank, 3,000 liter tank. I bought that $10,000. So if you accumulate all these expenses together, from 2019, April 2019 up to date, I have spent $460,427 on the business so far. This is the financial forecast.
First question, short one. How much have you gained since then?
How much have I?
How much did you got?
How much have I gained since the first year? The only vegetables I got $120,300 for the first year, and the second year, that's vegetables, cassavas, I got $265,400. That's cassava vegetables, because unfortunately for seedlings, I'm not into seedlings production because of water supply. I'm not having enough water to go into seedling ventures. So currently, for this year, the third year, I have $332,340, and currently it's $340,000 at the moment, but the year is not yet. So as I am speaking right now, I'm not even having a profit at the moment. I'm expecting the end of this year, that's where I will start the profit, because I have taken myself at least 5 years. I should be starting gaining profit, no more losses.
So, first I will give you a comment. Okay. That is, you may be making profit you don't know, right?
Yes.
Maybe you need to work on your financials as well, because where you are counting profit on is you are comparing your annual gain to your capital investment, which is not the right way to get your profit.
Yes.
Right. So, but one question I have: you gave us a projection.
Yes.
Is that projection for next 4 years?
No, for next 5 years.
For next 5 years.
5 years.
But
yes.
you gave us a revenue projection.
Yes.
But you did not give us your operating capital, operational cost projection.
Yes, I have. That's included.
You did it for the first year, only the first year. The subsequent 4 years, you did not.
Yes.
You said I think 20,000 or
25,000.
For the first year.
For the first year.
The subsequent ones, projections, the second, third, fourth, fifth, you did not give us those.
This 25,000 includes the first year 6 months.
Okay.
I projected for 6 months.
So what about the subsequent years? How much are you expected to spend in the subsequent years?
The same amount.
25,000 as operational cost.
Yes, has operational.
So your operational cost is fixed.
It's fixed at the moment.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
For me, I would like to know what your plans are for growth.
For the growth.
For growth, yes. What are your plans? What plans do you have in place to grow?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm having a very, very optimistic because at the beginning I was doing manpower and it was not very much productive, and this is why I have spent much. Now I'm doing irrigation. I have these irrigational pipes so that I can be able to expand more, and the production will be expanded too. These are some of the plans. And again, thinking of selling seedlings too, if water is sustainable, because water right now, what is there? It's only 3,000 liters, and I'm having 200 by 200 meters square, so the water is not enough.
Yeah, but what can you do to make water sustainable?
Yeah,
what strategy do you have in place?
As I used to do plowback profit. That's how I used to do it since the starting. What I have in profit, I will not eat it, but I will plow back into the business for me to be having much capacity to grow. Yeah.
See, my name is Apamodi Gay, the proprietor of Gay and Son Farms. Gay and Son Farms was established in 2017, aimed at addressing the frustration that people face anytime they want to access such products. We make sure we provide quality and affordable rams to the doorstep of our clients. With just 50% investments, we deliver nationwide within 48 hours. Where else can we have such services? See, we have our competitors who are just like the local banners at our end, who care less about the welfare of their animals. Unlike us, we vaccinated our animals regularly. We provide them with regular medical service as well to ensure that they are fit for human consumption. We started in 2017 with just one ram at a cost of $5,500, and today our net worth has reached $400,000 because of the support that we received from IMVF Agro Grant, which was $250,000. We're looking for an investment of $1.5 million, and this is what we want to use it for. We want to shift from fattening to breeding, because that's the only way if we want to change the narrative, because we only fatten once someone produce. Now we want to use the $100,000 to do an expansion of the multiplication center, $200,000 to drill the borehole. We need $200,000 also for feed and medication, $800,000 to buy 100 ewes that are going to be used in the farm to do the multiplication for us, and then we also need $200,000 to pay salary staff of 2 for 2 years.
Tell us the amount of money you need and how you will spend it.
Yes.
So I want you to give us a breakdown of the next 3 years. What will be your revenue if you are given that money?
Yes. The reasons why, in fact, I say 2 years to pay like the money that I need to pay staff for 2 years is because I am now shifting from fattening to breeding. Now, within these 2 years, I am sure that the business can make 20% investment return, and that is like $2 million at the end of the 2 years. Because the 100 rams will produce minimum twice a year. So you will see that like by the end of the second 2 years, we are talking about 400 additional rams that we're going to have in the farm. So if you sell those ones at 10,000 for one, so minimum that you can score is like $2 million. So that is why I said we are expecting 20% investment return from that investment. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I would like to know if you have also considered the risk factors.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Right? Because
yes.
if you are giving that money and you invest,
yes.
there are risks attached. Have you considered the risk factors
and
taking that from the amount of money you are claiming you can make?
They are calculated.
And what is that amounting to?
Yeah, like I said, for instance now, it could be like, let's say 40% profit. But like I said, if you have 100 rams, they produce twice in a year. So we are calculating 400. You understand? So now that I'm only calculating 50% of that produce sell. So no matter how loss you make, you may still have that percentage profit.
My name is Yaya Njai, entrepreneur from LRR, founder of Wakilo Business Enterprise located in LRR at Jarasonke village. We do horticulture, which is gardening. This comprises of cultivation of vegetable and fruit trees. We are doing this to mitigate the importations of vegetable crops in the country, eradicate unemployment rate of youth and women in the country, and also to attain one of the 17 SDGs, which is the zero hunger in the country. We want to partner with the Department of Agriculture to supply us with high quality vegetables in order to that are good in our soil for productions, and also our climate condition for continuity of the processing. Now, our value added are accessibility and also affordability of vegetable crops in the country. Our customers are both male and females, low income earners and middle and high income earners within and outside the regions of LRR and the country at large. Now, we sometimes use social media platforms to advertise some of our products that are available in our place, and also we reach to the community markets and also the surrounding lumos within my regions and other regions in the country. We are expecting to spend $250,000 as an investment capital in that for annually or yearly. We are expecting to have an income amount of $600,000, and which we are hoping to have a profit of $350,000.
You mentioned that your capital expenses is $250,000
as a startup capital.
As a startup capital,
yes.
And your income, you expect it to be $600,000
as a yearly income.
Yearly, making $350,000. You said profit.
Yes, as a profit.
Does this include every other cost
all the
that
costs,
you have to
yes.
incur?
Yes.
The $250,000.
Yes, for all the operational costs.
Including salaries. Salaries inclusive. Material.
Yes.
Land.
So from that $300,000, the salary will be deducted from there as to pay my employees. Yes.
So meaning that is not profit yet. Meaning that is not profit yet.
Yes.
The 350 is not the profit.
350 is not the profit.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not the profit. But we divide this thing into categories. Where this 300 profit, we hoping that is the profit. So we are going to again divide it into three.
Okay, let's help each other here,
yes.
Right? Can we try to have our expenses together?
Yes, our expenses is $250,000.
Can we try to have our salaries inclusive?
Yes.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, before we now talk about our profits, can we try to put all our expenses together?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Before we now start talking about the profit we're making.
Yeah.
So what is it that you expect to spend on?
I would like to complete some of the activities like completing the fence at the garden perimeter area, and also to buy some of the seeds. Yeah, that's what I'm going to spend. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're going to help us here.
Yes.
When you say $250,000 capital investment.
Yes.
So capital investment And we are not talking of yearly profit.
Yes.
1 year profit.
Yes.
So this capital investment that you are talking about, are you catering for the entire 12 months salary?
Yes.
Entire 12 months salary,
yes.
included in that 250?
Yes.
Right? And what else? You said you needed to complete the fencing.
Yes.
And what else?
And the seeds that I'm going to buy.
And the seeds that you are going to
start,
buy.
Yes.
So now, and then you said after spending the 250, how much will you get?
I will have $600,000.
600,000. Now 250.
Yes.
Plus 600,000. Minus 600,000.
Yes.
How much will be left?
That will be 350,000.
350,000.
Yes.
So that will be your profit.
That will be my profit. Yes.
Jula, Charlie.